Sit behind. The letters behind. Sorry. I'm not sure everybody can see.
The Master of Ceremony for today, Caitlin Goh. Thank you for attending BMW press conference for our road safety campaign. And with our event tagline entitled Driving Safely Ensure a Better Life, we now introduce our CEO of BMW, Mr. Gerhard Pugh. And the ambassador of BMW, Mr. Arshaham. And two testimonials of victims, Miss Fiona and Miss Samantha. And lastly, our guest of honor from the Malaysian Minister of Transportation, Dato Sri Hishamuddin. And now we would like to invite Dato Sri Hishamuddin to give a speech.
First of all, thank you for inviting me as a special guest for this press conference by BMW latest campaign. Drinking and driving has long been recognized as one of the most serious public health and traffic safety issues, and significant attention as well as corrective efforts are currently directed at reducing the number of drivers whose driving is unsafe because of the effects of alcohol. Driving a motor vehicle after drinking alcohol has the potential to harmfully affect any member of the community, including drivers, passengers, and foot travelers. It is an important factor as alcohol influences both of the risk of a road traffic crash as well as the difficulty of the outcome of the injuries that may result from it. Since driving under the influence of alcohol is proven to increase the risk of road accidents, injuries, and fatalities, many efforts as well as intervention were set up in order to deter drivers from driving just after drinking. Prescribed limit will be 35 micrograms of alcohol in 100 milliliters of breath. Besides driving under influence of alcohol, using cell phones while driving is also an irresponsible act, which can endanger the safety of other road users. Using cell phones while driving greatly influences the concentration of driver and could lead to minor and major accidents. A research shows that road users who use cell phones while driving have a significant chance of being involved in accidents. Texting while driving makes a driver 23 times more likely to crash. Studies has also found that texting while driving causes a 400% increase in time spent with eyes off the road. As seen in the accident rate due to drunk and texting while driving in January 2012 compared to January 2013, an increase of 12% of road accidents are caused by drunk driving, whereas road accidents caused by texting while driving have increased by at least 10% as well. We are hoping to decrease these accident rates by 20 to 30% by end of this year with our new rules devised by the JPJ. To enforce the rules and regulation of driving under the influence of the alcohol and using cell phones, Section 66 of the Road Transport Act will include a new rule for P-licensed drivers. Anyone that is caught to be driving under the influence of alcohol or mobile phone will be immediately suspended for 6 months or fined up to Rm 3,000 or both. No appeal will be allowed to revoke this duration of suspension. Repeated offenders will face license determination and they will need to retake their driving license all over again after another 6 months. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dato' Tan Sri Hishamuddin. And now we would like to invite the CEO of BMW, Mr. Gerhard Pilz.
All right, a very good afternoon to everyone that is here today. Hello and welcome to the launching event of our BMW's Driving Safely Ensures a Better Life campaign. I am delighted to see so many of you from the media which have joined with us today on our road safety campaign. Your presence here means a lot to us, and clearly we have much more attendees than expected today, which I would like to thank our in-house PR for their excellent job in sending out the memos for them. As mentioned earlier by our Minister of Transportation, Tan Sri Hishamuddin had shared with all of you regarding the statistics of accidental driving under the influence of alcohol and cellular. Today, BMW would also like to help our community out there in getting a better driving experience with our new driving assistant technology. Ladies and gentlemen, many of us here are aware of the issue, but the usage of smartphones and portable devices plays such a huge part in everyone's daily life that makes people think there is nothing really wrong when using them while driving. A second of distracted moment on the road will be the difference between life and death for drivers out there, even for the veterans. Do you know that the average time taken for a regular driver to text while keeping their eyes off the road is around 3 to 5 seconds? With the regular speed of 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, your car will travel enough to cover the length of a football field. During these distracted moments, anything could happen and valuable lives could be taken away within seconds if we are not careful. The same goes for drunk driving, where there are people that are confident they could drive perfectly even under the influence of alcohol. However, studies have shown that a large number of people are still involved in such accidents, and most of them are from the young adults group age. For BMW, our client safety is part of our core design in making the ultimate driving machine. Today, I would like to share our excitement with all of you regarding about our new vehicle technology that will be incorporated into our upcoming new car. Within the new BMW 7 Series Gran Turismo, an alcohol level detector will be positioned within the driver's seat, which measures the driver's alcohol level through their breath. Once the meter detects an alcohol level at a dangerous level, our car will come to a complete standstill and will be on a lockdown until another designated driver that is not under the influence of alcohol is behind the wheels. Some people might consider this driver assistant technology to be inconvenient at times, but BMW takes drunk driving matters very seriously and will not jeopardize the safety of our clients and even other drivers around them. We will try to make this alcohol sensor technology to be a mandatory feature in every future BMW 7 Series car. And our client's warranty with BMW will be deemed void if the feature were to ever be removed or tampered. There's only this much BMW could currently do to ensure a better and safer driving experience for everyone. And I'm sure our brand ambassador, Mr. Farouk Al-Shahab, will be able to share with us his personal opinion in regards to this road safety campaign. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gerhard Pilz. And now we shall move on to the ambassador of BMW, Mr. Al-Shahab.
Thank you. Before I start, I would like to thank BMW CEO Gerhard Pils for giving me the opportunity to help lead this campaign and spread awareness on their behalf. I have always been a strong advocate for safety on the road and am very much against driving under the influence of alcohol or mobile phones. It's distressing to know that people who do this out on the road are not being stopped or even realize the danger of what they're doing. This is why BMW has chosen to do what they can on curbing the dangers of these problems. These issues have not been dealt on a very serious note, which is why we are pushing this campaign out there to help spread awareness and knowledge of the dangers of driving recklessly and such. When these drivers are on the road, they are not only a danger to themselves, but to everyone around them. BMW has not only come up with this campaign, but with new technology to help prevent drunk driving. This so far has been the only effort done by a motor company to prevent this ever-present danger. For this campaign to work, we'll be using various social media to provide information on our campaign and to spread awareness. Our outlets for our social media will be using Facebook and Twitter. The campaign, of course, will be hashtagged on all our media channels so that we can monitor the growth and the reach of our campaign. Our hope is to get more people following and helping our efforts into spreading awareness and lowering the numbers of incidents on the road involving texting or alcohol. Since information travels fast on the internet, we hope to gather a fast following and gain support by cyber celebrities or other Malaysian icons. The end goal for our social media channels is to have people spread the word about these reckless forms of driving long after our campaign is over. This will help enforce the idea that these forms of driving are hazardous and looked down upon. We hope to gather pledges from many people saying that they will not drink and drive or text or drive, and post it on their Facebook walls or Twitter pages using our hashtags so then we can monitor them. We, BMW, hope that we help drivers, all drivers, BMW regardless, to help curb this dangerous thing. In the press release right here, we also have testimonials that will speak on such incidents. We also have to acknowledge the loss of those around us and those who have suffered from these tragedies. We hope that this campaign prevents any more needless incidents from taking place with our new technology in our cars and our campaign. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abraham. And now I would like to invite testimonial victim, Miss Fiona.
A few years ago, Jane and I was driving along Penang Bridge, and I was sitting at the passenger seat when a drunk driver actually crossed the center lane and crashed into her car. She was pinned and I couldn't even remember much about it, but one thing I can never forget is the power of the impact. When I opened my eye, my head was extremely sore and my sight was rather fuzzy that time. Fortunately, we both suffered no extreme injury, although we are still recovering from the physiotherapy with deep tissue damage. Until this day, I still think about the accident often, and that's remind me to picture the destroyed car that I was in. It causes me a lot of depression to think about the accident, and I always wonder, would I survive if I wasn't in a BMW car? I have been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder when it comes to traveling in cars. Thankfully, I have managed to deal with it with the help of my friends and families. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Fiona, and I would like to invite Miss Samantha.
3 years ago, I was involved in a car accident. I was driving my sister to the airport when the accident happened. I remember typing a very important message when I suddenly lost control of the steering wheel and hit another car. The feeling of being in an accident is so bad that I started having increased heartbeats and a throbbing head. I then looked at my sister and said, "Oh my God, I can't believe I just hit a car," with tears streaming down my face. I then looked out and went down to the car that I hit, and thank God the driver in the seat was not badly injured, even though she suffered from a headache and a blurry vision. 8 months later, I was still suffering from depression from the accident. I also had nightmares and flashbacks about the accident, and it's a really not good feeling. Even after 3 years, I can still feel the trauma of the accident, and it is definitely not a pleasant feeling, and I'm still struggling to forget what happened, but it's easier to say than done. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Samantha. And now we are having a video for our campaign.
Audrey. Okay, for a question. This new rule will affect both regardless if the driver has P license or not. However, the penalty will be restricted for them due to the fact that they are competent drivers but yet still driving against the law.
What about texting or driving? Any solutions to counter this problem yet?
There are currently no specific rules about driving under the influence of texting, but this action is categorized under the risky driving. Basically, the condition of reckless or dangerous driving includes using mobile phones, even eating and drinking, talking to the passenger. Offenders will be penalized under subsection 35A of Road Transport Act 1987, and their driving license will be suspended, revoked, or fined up to 3,000 ringgit Malaysia, or both.
So for now, is it still legal to use hands-free or drive on the road?
Okay, it depends on the car that you are driving. For example, BMW has their phone dock, which does not require driver to lose their attention on the road. However, the JPJ will finalize the issue regarding about using mobile phones on hands-free environment. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Bass. My questions are for Dr. Gumi.
Okay.
My first question is, why is BMW doing this event now? Is there any other reasons for it?
Well, we do in fact have other reasons to launch this campaign besides than just to promote about road safety issues. Another reason we are doing this is because we are launching our new BMW 7 Series Gran Turismo, which comes along with a new alcohol detector level to curb the drunk driving. At the same time, this is to collaborate with our Ministry of Transport, Datuk Sri Hishamuddin, to talk about their new road legislation that is going to be established by end of this year. Yes, that's all.
And my next question will the older car drivers use all this technology as well?
We'll be incorporating this technology to older car models as well, but only some specific models will have this for now. We will confirm the selected models of the previous models soon with you all.
And my last question is, at what level of alcohol will the driver do the car shut down?
This is quite statistical, but I think our Minister of Transport has already mentioned it, but according to the JPJ, the prescribed level of alcohol should not be more than 35 micrograms of alcohol in the breath. So the highest limit of alcohol a driver can have before the car is on a lockdown will be 30 micrograms, which is around 1 liter of beer. All right.
Good afternoon. And my question is for the ambassador, Mr. Al-Shahab. How effective do you think the Facebook and Twitter campaign will be?
As for effectiveness, we are hoping that along with the BMW status, as well as my status as a chef here in Malaysia, will help elevate the circulation of this campaign, therefore adding on to the effectiveness.
Okay. And is there any reward for those that participate in this social media campaign?
I'm sorry?
If not, how are you going to encourage people to participate in this road safety awareness campaign?
We are debating on a lucky draw or some free goodies to grab, but we are actually looking to reward those who do pledges on trying to stop texting while driving and drinking while driving. And hopefully that will get people to be more inspired to help follow the campaign.
Okay. My last question is, how long will this campaign last? Is it going to be a permanent thing? And will you be there in future campaigns organized by BMW?
So that's a two-part question, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. The campaign will last approximately 6 months, give or take. Therefore, it isn't permanent. And, well, as for future events and campaigns, I hope to be part of BMW for a very long time in my career. And, well, I hope that this campaign goes very well. Thank you very much for your questions.
Mr. Shah,
Yes?
I would like to ask, may I know the locations of this roadshow campaign that BMW will be going? And would you be also going, since you are targeting P licensed drivers as well, would you be going to colleges and the universities as well?
Yes, we are aiming at colleges. We are looking around for places to book, actually. But for now, we are trying to get our social media up and going, to get some more awareness, to get a bigger following before we start booking big sites. But yes, we are hoping to book at some colleges specifically.
Also, I have another question for Dr. Graha. Wouldn't you be afraid that you're isolating or how do I put this? That this alcohol detector feature would not be very popular?
Obviously, it's not going to be popular among the teenagers as we can't curb them from drinking, but hopefully this feature will be more towards the parents, which is where they're going to buy it for the child. So it's more for them to keep track of their child to make sure they are not doing all these drink and drive activities. Obviously, teenagers won't be liking these models, but we'll be incorporating this feature as a mandatory. So maybe we'll implement a feature where you can remove it, but it will cost you a lot more to be removing this feature. So give or take, they will just accept the technology.
How sure that the detector would detect that it will be accurately above the permissible alcohol level?
The technology has been tested for more than 2 to 3 years right now. And of course, the method of detecting we will not be revealing in this press conference due to our research. We might not be, we do not want anyone to know how we're doing it. But it's quite accurate as of now. We have been tested with quite some a lot of people, and it's more than usually is positive. It's only 0.5% of not being accurate for now. But we'll look into that and see if there's any flaws or anything we have missed out so far with this technology.
Last question is that why are you limiting this technology to only a few models of the BMW?
Because as I've said previously, this detector is actually located in the seat of the car. It is not easy to modify the car seat to incorporate with this technology. Older cars will have different seatings. They will have leather seats, and some might be different from it. So we are looking to make the model highly compatible with other previous models as of now. So which is why we are still we can't reveal much of the models that will have this alcohol detecting sensor technology for now.
Now that you have mentioned that the detector is within the seat, my understanding that alcohol analyzers are through breathing.
Yes.
So why did BMW put it in the seat instead of maybe in front of the steering wheel?
It would look bad if you were to breathe in front of the steering wheel, whereas in the driver's seat, it will look natural, and the drivers wouldn't know unless we mention it today. It will be there because it blends in with the car rather than forcing it to be very obvious location. And basically, that's where the airbag will be. So it will not be a good idea if accidents were to happen.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you everyone. And we are closing our press conference. If you have any further questions, kindly look for us after the press conference.
And now we have the photo opportunities section. So you can take photo with Tan Sri Hishamuddin and our CEO and our ambassador, Ashaha.
Thank you very much for coming.
All right. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.